Hello everybody, this is Professor Han from Amateur Academy, and today in Gacha 101, I wanted to talk about Gacha Systems for our very first lecture. If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you either haven't touched a gacha game yet, or you are trying to learn all the shenanigans that come from pulling characters in a gacha. That's why this video will be going over what a classic gacha system consists of, what the purpose of a gacha video game is, and how you can apply these lessons into your own gameplay. The core concept within this lecture will hopefully be applicable to whatever gacha game you decide to play. A little background about me before getting into the nitty-gritty of all this. I've been playing video games for over a decade now. I've been involved in both online multiplayer and individual single-player experiences. I'm also a connoisseur of multiple hobbies such as Warhammer 40k and Magic the Gathering. I've recently gotten into gachas within the past year and a half, with my collection of gachas being Zenless Zone Zero, Reverse 1999, and most recently, Persona 5 The Phantom X. Although I am not a gacha veteran as others might have been involved since the early PNG days of Fate Grand Order, I'd like to say that I've learned quite a lot over the last year or so and do understand the overwhelming mass that is gacha games. That is why I started this academy, to help others get started on their journey. And so I can also talk about a bunch of topics related to video games. Now, the very first question is, what is a gacha? Well, gacha originally came from the Japanese word for capsule toy machines, gachapon. In modern times, this term is now associated with video games that utilize a similar pulling system to pull one of few prizes, or in this case, characters. Due to gambling laws, the gacha system has been refined to be gamified for video games, so that people of all ages can participate without much legal trouble on the company's side. The first concept to understand is the concept of currencies for pulling. Most games will have both a standard and a premium currency that can be used for pulling characters. What they are named or look like will differ depending on the game, but these are some examples of what they look like in the games that I play. The biggest differences between these two is that the standard currency can mostly only be used for pulling characters with some occasional exceptions, whereas the premium currency can either be exchanged to the standard currency or can be used for other purchases such as skins and other goodies. You will receive a lot of the standard currency just from playing the game through in-game rewards, but you will only receive the premium currency either from purchases or from very special events. We will ignore the premium currency for now, as that is a topic to discuss regarding purchases within gacha games, and we will assume that we are free to play, a term meaning that no money will be spent on the game. From the standard currency, this can then be converted into a ticket, which consists of one pull. The conversion rate differs depending on the game, but roughly converts at 100 to 180 standard currencies equaling one ticket. You will also receive tickets directly as rewards within the game. Depending on the game, there can also be multiple different types of tickets, mostly consisting of a standard ticket and a premium ticket. There are also special exceptions such as weapon and special event tickets. When you're using your stand currencies, please make sure to use them only for pulls and nothing else, unless you really want a specific cosmetic you can purchase. Tickets and currencies are limited, so you want to maximize the value by pulling new characters rather than spending them on other resources. Next, let's talk about the tiers of rewards. Different gachas will have some differences in regards to the tiers such as naming conventions and even the number of tiers, but we will organize the general tiers by 3 different star levels: 3 stars, 4 stars, standard 5 stars, and finally the limited 5 stars. 3-star rewards will consist of low-tier weapons or characters that are just stand-ins until you can receive much better ones, so you can mostly ignore these as they are considered garbage. Certain gachas will also include 2-star and rarely 1-star rewards in this tier as well. 4-star rewards consist of either middle-tier characters or weapons. These are the rewards you will most likely use for a while until you have pulled a lot more 5-star rewards. On occasion, they can even be considered the best units to use in certain team compositions, so don't discount them too quickly. Finally, 5-star rewards are the units you will be using the most often, as their power is much higher than both 3-star and 4-star units. They are also split into standard 5-star and limited 5-star rewards. When talking about standard rewards, these are the 5-star characters and weapons that consist of the standard pool. These characters are generally better than the 4-star rewards, but fall shy of the limited 5-star characters you actually want. As a result, these characters are only gained when either losing the 50-50 on a limited banner, or from pulling them on the standard banner. While on the topic, let's talk about banners. Banners are the gacha machines that hold the rewards inside of them. This can once again be divided into the standard banner and limited banners. Standard banners utilize the standard tickets mentioned earlier to pull for characters, with the grand prize being one of the standard 5-star rewards. One thing to note about this banner is that you almost never want to use your currencies to convert into standard tickets and banners. You will receive an abundance of standard tickets as you play, so you'll be able to pull on this banner regardless. On occasion, the standard banner will also use the same tickets as the limited banners, as is the case in Reverse 1999. In those cases, you will never have a reason to pull on this banner. Instead, you want to use your currencies for the limited banners where the grand prize consists of the specific character that you want. As per the example, you can tell that it is a limited banner due to it advertising one specific character at the forefront of the banner. The weapon banner also works similar to the limited banner, though details are slightly different from the character limited banners, as explained later on in the lecture. Finally, special banners will occasionally come up where there is a special detail linked to the banner, such as a selectable choice of certain characters, different guarantee rates, or even a special anniversary or collaboration character that can only be selected in the current banner. These special banners can use the premium tickets, but occasionally can use a separate special ticket for the event. When pulling on the limited banner, you will encounter that there are certain characters that are rated up or on the cover of the banner. This will apply for both 4-star and 5-star rewards. This means that whenever you pull either a 4-star or 5-star character, you will have a 50-50 chance to either pull one of the rated up characters or a different 4-star/standard 5-star reward respectively. On the leftmost example, Futaba Sakura is a rated up 5-star character, while the 3 other characters in the background are the rated up 4-star characters for that specific banner. In the center, the 5-star Caesar and 4-star Anton and Piper are the rate-up characters, while the right side shows Isolde as the 5-star rate-up with the 2 other characters named Day and Ulu being the 4-star rate-up characters. As you can see, each of the different games utilize different naming conventions for their character tier rankings, but fill out similar purposes of being either the middle-ranked 4-star or high-ranked 5-star character. Now, you have probably heard the term 50-50 wins or losses multiple times by now. This is because on the limited banner, when you pull a 5-star reward, you have a 50% chance of either getting the limited character that's rated up or a different 5-star reward from the standard pool. This is where people feel they can get unlucky from gachas. If you do lose the 50-50 though, it's not the end of the world. You are now guaranteed to receive the rate-up character on your next 5-star pull, as the 50-50 system is now replaced by a 100% guarantee for the rate-up character. Once you do pull the rate-up character though, you will go back to the 50-50 system. Now, let's talk about rates, or the likelihood of pulling a tier of reward. Generally, 3-star rewards have a greater than 90% chance of being pulled, 4-star rewards have a 6 to 8% chance, and 5-star rewards have anywhere from 0.4% to 1.5% chance of being pulled. These rates are all dependent on the specific game and banner. As you can see, the chances of pulling a 5-star character is incredibly low. If it was by pure chance, one might never end up pulling the character that they want. As a result, a system called the pity system is set in place to ensure players can receive their desired characters. The pity system consists of 2 parts, hard pity and soft pity. The hard pity system is a set number of pulls that are required until a 5-star reward is guaranteed. For example, in Zenless Zone Zero, if you pulled 89 times without receiving a 5-star reward, you are guaranteed to receive a 5-star reward on your 90th pull. This hard pity system can also apply for 4-star rewards, mostly having a hard pity of 10 pulls to guarantee a 4-star reward. Still remember that you are susceptible to the 50-50 system, so you aren't guaranteed the rate-up character, but instead a 5-star character, whether it is standard or rate-up. If you happen to pull the rank earlier than the hard pity, then the pity will reset back to 0 and will start all over again. The soft pity system is when the pull rate of the 5-star reward slowly increases after a set number of pulls. For example, after 75 pulls in Zenless Zone Zero, the pull rate of 5-star rewards will increase from 0.6% after each pull. This increases exponentially until the 100% at the hard pity. Because of this system, it is expected to pull your 5-star reward by 80 pulls instead of the hard pity of 90. This system is mainly put into place to let people feel good about not hitting hard pity on their pulls, and is therefore not implemented in all gachas. Another thing to mention about pity is that most times, the pity and guarantee carries over from limited banner to limited banner. This means that if you lose the 50-50 on character A's banner, then you will receive the guaranteed pull on character B's banner. The same applies for any pity you might have accumulated. This applies for most limited banners and certain named special banners, though separately. However, there are always exceptions such as true limited banners and other special banners, so please check the details of the banners before making any assumptions. Certain gachas will also require you to pull for a character-specific 5-star weapon on a separate weapon banner. These will have separate rates and pities from the limited character banners and carries over from other weapon banners. This can include a different chance of pulling a standard pull weapon such as 75-25 or even 100% guarantee. Not only that, but certain games will also have a certain separate weapon pull ticket that you can collect and use instead of having to invest your currencies on them, though other gachas will use the same tickets as well. Certain games will not have a weapon gacha to pull on, instead opting to use a shop or other method to obtain those weapons. That has been all for today. Like I've been emphasizing throughout this entire lecture, each game has their differences in how they handle certain aspects of gachas. In Reverse 1999, there is no weapon banner as you can buy them from a shop. Persona 5X also has a separate targeted banner that doesn't use the 50-50 chance, but instead reduces rates and increases hard pity to 110. Each gacha is different from one another, but borrows similar details that hopefully this lecture has been able to clarify, and you can apply it to whichever gacha you do decide to invest in. If you enjoyed listening to this lecture, make sure to give this video a thumbs up down below, and if you have any questions about the lecture today, please let me know in the comments and I can happily help answer them for you. If you'd like to hear any future lectures on Gacha 101 or other classes I plan on taking up, please subscribe to the channel as well. I will see you guys next time, and class is dismissed.